Billionaire Leon Cooperman is back in the news again, crying about the fact that he feels that billionaires are being demonized unfairly. It's time for another episode of When Rich Men Cry.
I care. That's it.
So what is Cooperman upset about? Well, he's upset about a proposed wealth tax, which of course did not end up coming to fruition in the budget reconciliation bill, but it was something that was considered as corporate taxes were chopped away from the original version of the reconciliation bill. Now, the billionaire's income tax floated by Ron Wyden is not quite an outright wealth tax. It would tax the value that billionaires' assets like stocks accrue during the year. Normally those assets are taxed only if they're sold, right? And so people with massive holdings like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos don't sell their stocks. What they do is they keep them in the stock market and then they use that as leverage to get these loans that they live off of. Now, that's a way of dodging taxes, period. And so some Democrats were like, hey, maybe we should change the way the tax code works to tax the unrealized gains in the stock market for the tremendously wealthy, right? People who are worth $1 billion or more. That didn't come to fruition. But had it come to fruition, that means the incomes of many of the ultra wealthy, the income that they live on, sometimes borrowed against those holdings, remain untaxed. White House economists found that when accounting for gains on assets as income, the 400 wealthiest families in America paid about 8.2% of their incomes in individual income taxes from 2010 to 2018. So implementing this wealth tax would have basically stopped them from being able to dodge taxes. They would pay a much higher tax rate, which they should pay because that would be their fair share. Now, in response to that now irrelevant proposal, Cooperman said this: they're attacking billionaires for no reason. No, they're not attacking billionaires for no reason. They're barely attacking billionaires, and there is a reason. Because you guys skirt paying taxes. They dodge paying taxes. There is a reason. So pretending like that reason doesn't exist is ridiculous. He also claims this is my favorite quote of all time: there's no sympathy for billionaires. Correct. There is no sympathy for billionaires. I agree with him on that.
Look, it's a fact that these billionaires are paying about 8.2% of their income in individual taxes. That was a study that clearly indicated that between 2010 and 2018. Even if you're middle class, you pay way more than 8%. I mean, and God help you if you're a doctor or accountant or so you make some sort of decent money, you're gonna pay 30, 40%, right? Even with loopholes. The richest people in the world are only paying 8%. And then they say, why are you guys unfairly attacking us? It should be 7 or 6%.
There's no sympathy for billionaires, Cenk.
Yeah, look guys, it isn't about like, do I hate Leon Cooperman? I don't know Leon Cooperman.
I hate him a little bit.
Okay, so his attitude is unbearable that he thinks he's the victim. Dude, cry into your billions of dollars. Like, you have no sense of self. You don't realize the struggle that people go through, and they don't. We're invisible to them. People can't make the rent, and this some bitches are crying on TV because you might take $1 of his $2.5 billion. It's impossible to spend that money, and he's like, what if you take 7 or 8 of my dollars and give it to poor people? I hate them so much. Why are you attacking me? Attacking you? You should be paying 40%. You're paying 8%. Well, you should be paying literally 5 times what you pay. Oh my God, why don't you have any sympathy for billionaires? Why don't you have any sympathy for the middle class in America? They work their ass off, and you look at them and you go, no, I will give you nothing more than 8.2%. And don't you dare attack me. I will sick all my corporate media dogs on you and have them pretend you're doing class warfare, not the son of a bitch who's only paying 8% in taxes. So now on this specific proposal, look, We said it the minute Wyden proposed it, we laughed and laughed on TYT.
We did, and we were right.
Yeah.
Even progressive reporters were like, no, there's a real possibility. There's a real chance that this is gonna pass. Come on, guys.
It's good, dude. It's called a billionaire's tax. It's a 0% chance it was gonna pass. It was taken out so quick, it's taken out in like half a day. They're like, oh, we're gonna do this, a billionaire tax and unrealized gains. I was like, forget the word billionaire. Taxing unrealized gains, I know wealthy folks. Every one of them says, hell no, that is nuclear for them. They would never allow it, never, okay? So it was such a stupid, like the Democrats in the Senate and Congress, you really thought that the donors would allow that? You really think that your colleagues are not controlled by the donors? Please, your naivete is really, it's sad. Okay, so anyway, Cooperman says, oh no, it's okay, I don't mind paying taxes.
No, Cenk, you gotta be fair. Like, let's be fair to Cooperman. There are some changes in the tax code that he can get behind. For instance, the 15% minimum corporate tax, he can get behind that, 15%.
But
he can get behind that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Corporate taxes used to be 35%. Trump cut them down to 21%. Democrats pretended they were against that, but now they love it and they haven't moved it at all, and they have no plans on moving it. And then they propose a 15% minimum tax. It's just 15%. Used to be 35 just a couple of years ago. 15%. And he says, am I not merciful? I will allow that. Because he's not paying it directly, right? But it's all a shell game. He's not even telling you the truth. He might believe that at this moment, right? But what happens is they then send out their different senators. They go, Manchin, you killed that tax provision. Sinema, you killed that tax provision. Republicans, you killed the other one. And Biden, if there's any left over, remember, nothing will fundamentally change. So you kill them all. Yep. And that's exactly what they did. So they moved it around until there was no taxes on corporations that are rich at all. So when you hear a wealthy person like that pretending that they want to pay taxes, they just want to pay a different type of tax, 99 out of 100 times that is a joke and a total lie. And the reason why they feel like they could lie to you brazenly, over the top, with impunity, is because the mainstream media is their dogs. So the media will come out and go, oh yeah, man. The poor are doing class warfare on the poor rich.
Yeah, my favorite part of this story was when we were playing B-roll of Cooperman crying and you were yelling at him. And so his like lower lip is quivering as you're yelling at him. It was the best moment. Go ahead, do it again. It was
you son of a bitch!
Look at his lower lip quivers. It's the best thing ever. It's so good.
But guys.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I live for it. Yeah. I live for it. Oh, give me that quiver. It's so good.
The chin moves. It's a rare chin quiver. Guys, in their world, they really believe that they're the victims. It's beyond disgusting, and you should not stand for it anymore. And what that means is, for God's sake, somebody give us a populist progressive, a strong progressive.
A strong progressive.
A strong progressive to say, not on our watch. You're not gonna do stupid surprise billing and ruin people's lives. We're gonna do an actual tax. It doesn't have to be on unrealized gains. It could be, we could kill, there's a million loopholes. We can kill them all. We can kill half of them and we'd save so much money. And when they say something, they gotta mean it. But we need a strong progressive so badly it hurts. And right now, we still, at this late date, do not have one, at least elected. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.